Hey there everyone, I'm Michael and welcome to another ShiftOS dev update. In this update we'll be taking a look at ShiftOS 1.0 Beta 2.4. And this week's skin of the week is Windows XP Royal Noir Black Edition, made by Bandicoot. And I know I promised I wouldn't do two skins by the same person in a row, but unfortunately, not many people have been making skins for ShiftOS that I of, so I had to go back in my archives and find one that I really liked. And I like this one because it's a nice dark version of a Windows XP skin, and I really like Windows XP and dark themes, so he got the skin of the week again. Anyways, so I'd also like to welcome A Shifter to our development team. He is the newest developer of ShiftOS, and we are excited to have him on board. And I'd also like to say a very sad farewell to Aaron from the development team. He has stepped down for an unknown reason to me just yet, but unfortunately he has left the team, and he's been an awesome dev, and now he's gone. So unfortunately, we lost a dev, but now we gained one as well. Anyways, so with the new features in Beta 2.4, let's get started. First things first is with File Skimmer. It's a bit bugged right now. It's supposed to be on the left here, docked, but unfortunately it isn't. You can now pin files and directories to the File Skimmer. Now it is unfinished, but we can do it. And as you can see, I just pinned my system directory to the pins list. And now as you can see, it is kind of unfinished, and we've got some dummy code going on here. This test directory isn't supposed to be here. I reckon that this will be fixed in 2.5, but it's too late to fix it now, unfortunately. It's going to need a bit of a rework of the back end of this. Anyways, so that's the pin system. You cannot pin the up one directory button. Don't try. And you cannot pin drives, unfortunately. That's a bug. But you can pin files and folders, which is nice and neat. So that's the new file skimmer system. With the terminal, we've got some new commands, specifically with users. Now, one of the things that has changed with Beta 2.4 is before, your Unite login was just used to log into the ShiftOS website. That was it. And I kind of teased at the being used for other things, because you would have a code points counter on your profile that was eternally at 0. However, we have fixed that, because in Beta 2.4, your user is now linked to your Unite account. Or rather, your Unite account is now linked to your ShiftOS save. So, to prove this, let's go SOS.status. Now, I have to apologize for the beeping. I didn't get a chance to take it out. I'm working on a trailer for ShiftOS, and it required the beeping for the terminal. So unfortunately, I have to take that out whenever I'm done the trailer, but unfortunately I have to deal with that right now. But pay attention to my code points value. And now let's go to my profile on Unite. This is my administrative profile. I actually post a lot to it, some interesting things. I haven't posted to it too often, but I do still post a lot. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. But we're interested in our code points counter right here. As you can see, it's the exact same number as in SOS.status. And to prove that this is the same thing, let's do dev.freecp. And we know what our code points value was before. It's going to increase by 1000 once we save. And if we refresh, as you can see, it's increased by 1000. Awesome. Now, what does this bring? Well, as you can see, I am root at system. Well, there's some new commands. There is user.login, user.setPass, there's admin.add, admin.setACL, and admin.remove. These are all related to user management in ShiftOS, because one of the new Beta 2.4 features is the ability to have multiple users with different passwords and different permissions on your system that you can log into, and they can have their own email inboxes, etc. That's all stuff that's coming in a later date, in Beta 2.5, maybe even Beta 2.6. But yeah, so to add a new user, all you have to do is admin.add name. I'm gonna just do I am a user, and we'll add the new user. And if we want to log into that user, all we do is user.login. And our terminal prompt will change. And if we go into our app launcher, you'll see that the status up here is updated to show the new user. If we want to set the password, we do user.setPass, old, which will be the old password, and new password, because why not? And it will change the password, and in future we will need to use that password to log in. Let's go back into root. Actually, no. With the permission system, if we try to run admin.setACL on this account, we get a nice little watchdog error saying we don't have permission to run this command. This is because we are a user, not an admin or a root account. If we log into root, and we'll get access granted, admin.setACL, and instead of a watchdog error, it'll tell us what values we need to supply for this command. So we'll set user to I am a user, and val to 3. That user now has root permissions. It now has admin permissions. And now it's a guest. So, as you can see, that's the permission system. It is advised that you set a root password immediately, because once you start ShiftOS for the first time with the new system, you'll get a root account, but the account won't have a password. And the login screen will ask for password, just hit enter. So once you're in, use user.setPass immediately, because once you become under attack, you're going to wish you had a root password. Now you won't be able to use these commands until you get further in the game, so don't worry about setting a password until you've gotten to the hacking part of the game. So yeah, that's not the case in Beta 2.4. You can use these commands whenever you want. 2.5 will be updating the story and stuff like that to work with the new system. You cannot use these accounts to log into your save. You have to use your Unite account to log into your save, and you have to use, you also can't use these accounts to log into Unite. So do not worry if you get hacked, your Unite account is safe. Your save is safe. Code points, your upgrades, maybe not, but your Unite authentication token, all that stuff, everything that makes your save what it is all safe in the system. So with Pong, there's some new features as well. First off, there's multiplayer, but I can't show that off, so let's just hit play. I just use my space button to click a button in ShiftOS, whatever. I'll have to play this level for a bit, and my commentary isn't that good, so I'll probably either cut through this with my editor, or I'll stay silent for a minute, maybe 30 seconds, I don't even know. But I really gotta show off this new feature, so I have to play a Pong game to do this. So yeah, 30 seconds left. Haven't earned any code points. I just noticed there's a bug at the top of the level. Text getting a bit cut off there. Gonna have to fix that. 10 seconds left. And we are almost good to go. That was the most awkward commentary ever. But now we can see the high scores, and now it'll start pulling in some data from the ShiftOS website, and you can see from highest level to lowest level people's scores in Pong, and it'll update your score as you play Pong. So yeah, pretty simple. It's still kind of pulling out data from Unite because there are a lot of accounts and it's kind of slow. But yeah, this is the new high score system, and when you cash out, you also get a high score for how many code points you've earned. I've only earned 40. Oh well. So that's the new Pong system, and it crashed. That happens from time to time. All you have to do is click no. We get a nice crash error saying, not sure why that's happening, but I'll have to fix that. Just gives me a chance to show off the new login system, so all I have to do is root, and we're in. There will be a graphical version of that will be skinnable, so look out for that. That's not coming in beta 2.4 though. That's probably beta 3 we're talking. So, the last thing I want to show off is TryWrite. This is a text editor in ShiftOS, and it is a rich text editor. So like TextPad, you can enter text, but you can also do rich text. So if I open this text document RTF, you'll see what I mean. And it's nice and formatted. We've got some bold and underlined text that's aligned to the side, and you'll notice the user interface updates as I select things. And this is actually a refurbished version of Orkwrite from 0.0.8, but it's been rewritten. So I shouldn't say refurbished, and it's a lot more stable. And I just discovered a bug. Oh well. That's a nice little feature, actually. So if you want to do a format painter type of thing, just select some text and then highlight over text. That's probably a bug, not a feature. Anyways, that's TryWrite. I'm not going to go over how to use it because it should be self-explanatory. There will be upgrades involved with it, but not in beta 2.4. Anyways, this has been beta 2.4, the development update. I'm expecting a few new videos coming this week. Specifically a trailer, 2 trailers. One showing off the launch trailer for 1.0, and one for an OS Source Timer video. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video.